So I saw a video where our president and some top government officials went to commission Dangote's newly built refinery. And I said to myself, this same set of government officials, they know about our 4 refineries in Nigeria that are currently not working, and they are not doing anything to even resuscitate these refineries to get them working. But they can carry their 2 legs to go and commission Dangote's newly built refinery. They even end up giving speeches. They even commended Dangote, saying it's such a great feat that nobody has ever achieved. It's a great milestone. The last time I checked, we have 2 refineries in Port Harcourt that are not working. We have 1 in Kaduna, 1 in Warri that are currently not working. And nobody is doing anything. Our government are so relaxed. They do not see any need for us to resuscitate and get these refineries working. But instead, they can go and commission Dangote's refinery. What does it take our government to get our refineries working in Nigeria? Absolutely nothing. But because of personal gain, because of greed, because of selfish interest, because of what they will benefit if this refinery is being owned by a private entity, has blinded them from getting our government-owned refinery to be working. The part I found annoying most is where Otedola said something. Please watch this video.
Aliko and I bought the Port Harcourt and Kaduna refinery. I owned 20% of that consortium. And of course, it was reversed by the administration that came in then. What a big shame. Big shame today. See what Aliko has done today. This to me is a lesson that government cannot run any business. And government should desist from trying to run a business.
If not that our government has lost their respect, they have ridiculed themselves. Just imagine what Otedola is saying. This is a big embarrassment, a big shame to all our leaders, our government officials. If Nigeria could not get its refineries to be working, he had to take Dangote to build his own refinery, and all of you now carry your leg to go and commission, and like, is that not meant? So Otedola could open his mouth, wow, to say the newly built refinery of Dangote is a living proof and a lesson that the government cannot run any business, cannot successfully run a business. In fact, he even warned, because it's not an advice, he said they should even desist from running a business. Meanwhile, it is this same Otedola and Dangote that are always frustrating this kind of businesses, that are always frustrating and sabotaging our refineries, so that they will not work, so that they can end up buying it or being owned by them. My mother used to say something like, a child that does not listen to his mother at all will be taught from outside. Now look at it, see the way he's talking to the government. But I don't blame him. I blame the government. I blame the government because I don't know. I see no reason why our government cannot make our refineries working. If these refineries were to be working, we won't be talking about fuel subsidy today, because we will not be exporting our crude oil out for refining. If our refineries were to be working, we will be the one refining our crude oil by ourselves. Then we won't have to pay for cost of exportation, we won't have to pay for cost of refining, we won't have to pay for cost of importation back to Nigeria. But because our leaders, because some of them too are greedy, they want to embezzle money, because this fuel subsidy says some of them still steal money, find a way to embezzle money somehow. They will now lie fuel subsidy. At the end of the day, it is you and I that will pay for it. Poor citizens that doesn't know anything about it will now pay for it. People are buying fuel for 195 naira now. Very soon, they will now say we should be buying fuel for 800 naira. And nobody will still see anything. Nobody is seeing anything wrong in these things. Nobody is even speaking up. We are also comfortable with it. Before, we used to buy fuel for 87 naira. Cool. It climbed. We are buying it for 195 naira now. And nobody is saying anything. We adapt quickly. Somebody said Nigerians adapt quickly to suffering. And nobody is saying anything. If not, Otedola will open his mouth. It is this same Otedola and Dangote. You heard him now. He said him and Dangote bought Kaduna and Port Harcourt refinery. Why would they buy it? Why must they buy our refinery? Why must it be privatized? Why must it belong to a private person? Why? Because of greed. So that they can be in control of it, and then they will now do anything they want with it. If not for Yar'Adua that stood his ground and stopped them from taking over the refineries, then they would have done so. Congratulations, he's no more alive. Now, Dangote now built his own refinery. And yet our own government-owned refineries are lying waste, not working, and our government are okay and happy with it. The fact they can go and commission the Dangote's refinery. Look at what Emefiele is.
The takeoff of this refinery comes with numerous economic benefits to Nigeria. In the first instance, it will generate thousands of direct jobs of over 135,000 permanent jobs. I'm also proud to state that electricity of about 12,000 megawatts of electricity will also be generated.
So if Dangote's refinery can generate 12,000 megawatts, who says our own refinery cannot generate more when we have 4 refineries at that? It will create direct and indirect job for people. Who says government-owned refineries, if it's working, it will not create direct and indirect job? But no, like I said, because of greed, because of personal interest, gain, ojukokoro, they will not make it work, so that they can be in control, so that poor people, so that the poor citizens, you and I, will now be the one paying the price for it. After all, who is now going to pay for the first subsidy? Maybe they are removing the first subsidy. It is still you and I that will pay for the first subsidy. And nobody is saying anything. Everybody is just comfortable. Very soon they will now be complaining that people are jackpotting from Nigeria abroad. Why wouldn't they jackpot? I'm out of here. Peace out.